Hey everybody, it's Nessa here from Nessa's Hair Extensions at 684 King Street West in Kitchener. Now today what we're going to be doing, or what I'm going to be showing you, is how we're going to put on a wig. I know this may seem very, very basic and like who doesn't know how to put on a wig? But hey, to make it look the most natural as possible, there are some hints and tricks that you can use in order to pop your wig on and make it look really nice and natural. So the wig I'm going to be doing today is going to be a Freetress Equal lace front natural hairline, and her name is Estelle. Okay, what I do like about this wig is that it is really lovely. The layers and the textures in the hair are fabulous. Now this is a really high fiber, great quality wig. So it is synthetic, but the fibers, it's a high heat resistant fiber, so you can curl, or it's safe up to about 400 degrees. But why would you want to? The layers are fabulous. I think it's really, really pretty. Okay, so first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to put it on. You don't technically have to do this, but this is what I like to do when I put my wigs on anyway, for the first time, just to see how it goes. Just before I pop the wig on, I'm going to show you a little bit more about why I like Estelle. Now, the great thing about this wig, or a lot of the Freetress Equal wigs that I do have and that they do sell, is that the lace front, it goes all the way into the back. So I'm just going to turn this inside out for you to see. So there we can see all the lace is going around the entire wig. Okay, and what this does is it lets you part in different sections, only a little bit, but still. And also when the wind is blowing and so forth, you're going to have the lace at the sides to make it look a little bit more natural for you. Okay, and so that's what you can see as well. You can see a little bit here. I'm just going to hold this up closer to the camera. The lace and how far that goes through. So that's where you're going to want to have either a clear wig cap or your own skin, or to dab some makeup on so it looks like your natural kind of part there. Now also in this wig we have a couple of combs. Okay, I'm not actually going to be cornrowing or braiding my hair. You can, to add a little bit of extra security, or where these clips are placed on your head, you could also spray a little bit of hairspray to make it a bit tacky, so the clips adhere a little bit more. And there's also a clip right at the back, which is right there, so you can kind of get it right up under there, so it's pretty secure. Now this wig is also adjustable. Okay, I've got a fairly big head, so I get it from my father. So I'm going to actually put it on the furthest straps there. I know, it may not look like I've got a big head, but if you see me in person, it's almost like a flaming balloon. Anyway, okay, so without my wig cap on, I'm going to try this on first. All right, so we go down. Yeah, and there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be basically pulling this up until I can see my hairline. Now I know it's my hairline because I've got like a little weird widow's peak that happens. So that's where I'm going to be looking for, and I've got that right here. Now Estelle does come with some baby hairs, and I can show you. They're a little bit fuzzy for me, so I'm going to actually create a few more baby hairs in this. Now what I'm doing with the wig on firstly is I'm just measuring it up or lining it up. The lace at the sides, you can see that there's this right here. There's a corner here and a corner over here. I'm just making sure both corners are above my ears, or that they're equally aligned. Okay, and there we go. And I'm just going to push that back just a little bit because I got a big forehead and I like it to look much more natural. So I do like the way this looks just like this, so that means that it's we're in a good standing to create a really great wig. Now what you're going to want to do as well, which is what I'm going to do in a second, is I'm going to cut this lace off, and I'm going to get as close to the hairline as I can, but I'm also going to make the hairline a little bit not so straight, so a little bit jagged, because let's face it, our natural hairline does not go straight in one line. If it did, awkward. Right. Okay, so let's take this off. Oh, sorry, pat that down. Okay, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to start to cut. Right, so I'm going to start to cut now. Now, bear with me. I know the camera's not really best positioned for this, but I'm going to start right at the corner, really, really right at the base here. Okay, this can be a straight line. Okay, but I'm just going to wiggle my scissors a little bit now. As I cut around, wiggling a little bit. Okay, make sure you are not cutting any of the hair as it folds over like this. It's really easy to trap a little bit of hair in there, and that's what you don't want. Right, okay, so now I have my lace completely cut off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my wig back on now, just to make sure that the lace looks all right and everything's okay. So back underneath, to the back, a little kind of up there, and okay. So like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to adjust this to the correct place it needs to be. Now here are these little baby hairs. What I will do is, sorry, I'm doing this in the camera, which is awkward. Okay, pushing it back just a little bit, and I want to see a bit of my widow's peak there, as I mentioned before. Okay, and there it is. There's my widow's peak. So what you're going to need now in order to make some baby hairs and a bit more of the natural hairline is you're going to need a fishtail comb, a rat tail comb, if you can find one, and of course your scissors. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to go right up to the lace here, and you're taking off about the first few hairs only. So just a really thin amount. So you can see that, just a really, really thin amount. Okay. All right, I'm going to take my shears, and in a downward angle, I'm just going to cut away just a little bit. So I'm going to cut those hairs away. So the more kind of natural, and the reason why we do this as well is because when you have more baby hairs that come through at the front, that's more natural. Because you know, with our real hair, it doesn't just all of a sudden every hair at the front of your head goes like bang 20 inches. It gradually gets that way. So this is what we want to kind of recreate. Now I'm going to go at a jagged kind of up and down motion because I don't want a blunt cut. Right, I'm going to speed this up a little bit for you because it can take a little while. Especially don't take your time on the baby hairs because it really, really does make the difference, okay, between a natural look and a little bit fake there. Okay. Okay, now what we want to do as well is we want to try to thin out the parts of our hairline where it seems a bit too dense. So with this part of the wig, as we can see here, I've got a little bit to go along with my widow's peak. It's really thin up here. So when I have this and it's so dense, that's when I feel like, oh gosh, this wig looks fake. Now, I don't have some tweezers, but what you want to do is get some tweezers and you're going to pull out every other hair. Now, I can do this by sight just because I've got it here. Right, okay, I'm speeding this up for you once again, just because when you are doing this part, when you are thinning out the hairline, you do want to take some time and care because you are getting individual hairs. Now, again, I'm doing this with my fingers just because I don't have my tweezers with me. Please do it with tweezers so you can be that much more accurate. What you see me doing there is parting my hair. So just this kind of same way you part it in order to cut the baby hairs, you're doing the same thing in order to tweeze out and thin it out from the root or from the lace at the front. And you can already see it starting to transform a little bit with the unevenness of the hairline going through. Now, I'm almost done. Again, when you have the right tools, you can make it much better. Be sure that you do brush your hair often just to see how it is falling and brush out the hairs that you've plucked, because sometimes they'll still be there. So you got to brush it out in order to make it work. Right, okay, and there is my wig. Okay, so from the side, try to get a little bit more with my natural baby hairs out there, and just remember my hair is curly. And so this is it. This is Estelle, the Freetress Equal Synthetic Lace Front Wig Estelle. I know, I'm sorry, I keep running my fingers through, but I'm like that when I put a new wig on. And I think she looks really, really pretty, really cute. That is what it looks like from the back. It's almost like the weave I put in and took out because I got too hot. All right. But yeah, if you need any other hints and tips on how to do your lace front wig, please bear in mind, normally I do use tweezers and kind of go through, and I know I was just picking with my fingers just because I didn't have tweezers. So what I will do is later on when I do have my tweezers, I'll get these sides a little bit further. What's great about this wig is she can be worn up into a little bit of a bun or whatnot as well. And this is a lovely one, and this is in a color 1B as well. So yeah, tell me what you think anyway, and I look forward to hearing from you. But thank you again. This is Nessa from Nessa's Hair Extensions.